Okay guys, on YouTube here is a video today of a new client of mine, Derek, who's come to see me after seeing the YouTube video, so appreciate that, Derek, thanks very much. And I think now after this lesson you might be thanking me quite nicely, because this was an enormous change today, absolutely massive. This is probably one of my kind of happiest lessons I've ever given for the amount of improvement and enjoyment Derek received from this last golf shot. It really has made certainly my day, and now I finish for the weekend, it's going to certainly make my weekend as well. So we've got Derek here on screen at the moment. Now he's a 20-ish handicap. He doesn't really have a particular handicap, but he's kind of shooting in the 90s, but has a problem with a big slice, which I know many of you out there have got problems with slices, and this is a typical slice golf swing. So general setup is pretty good. We're not aiming too far left. Our alignment is pretty good. Our setup is fairly strong. Our grip is good as well, so there's not massive areas in there. And even to the extent, up to this point, we're doing lots of very good stuff. I'm not going to say it's perfect, brilliant, but for a 20 handicapper, it's pretty good. When we get to the top, we start to raise the hands up a little bit higher now, ready for this magic move here. We come right over the top of it, so we can see that movement from the top. The club comes right over the shoulder, over the head in a very aggressive arm-hitting way. Comes way from the outside to the inside, cutting across the golf ball by a good kind of 10-12 degrees through the golf ball. And with the club face somewhere near square, the ball would slice horrendously off to the right hand side. And Derek's sat next to me here now, kind of agreeing with all these comments. So it's not, I'm not being false in the kind of examination of this. It was really slicing quite strongly off to that right hand side. Now the difference of improvement is vast. It is huge improvement. What we did, first off, we noticed that when Derek was coming through the golf ball, the arms were being very kind of inactive, in a way of trying to hold the face open to the path. So his arms wouldn't cross over, they wouldn't extend, in a way, like we said, to create the difference between face and path, and that's how the ball would somehow curve. Because if you're swinging it massively to the left, you've got to make the ball go somewhere near straight by not letting your arms do any of the work, by holding it off effectively. So the first one, you just quickly jump back on an A-time just briefly, is for the first kind of 10 minutes or so, and just worked on the forearm extension and rotation. And this is forearm, this is not hands rotation, this is forearm rotation. And what we worked on desperately was making sure that the path, which was 11-12 degrees outside to in, and the face matched up. So there wasn't such a big variations between the face and the path, and that big kind of gap is where the player, that's where the spin axis is created really in that space. So once we got that, and we were comfortably hitting the golf ball left, like a big pull, a massive big pull, and that's kind of what we wanted, we then encouraged this downswing to swing much more from the inside, and to swing the golf club out to the right, in a way of making sure the path and the face relationship stayed pretty strong to each other. So again, I'll just remind you where we were. This was before, big over the top, and this is now. Are you ready for this? Watch this downswing. So we get to the top, I encourage him to drop it behind him and swing more down this yellow line. So the feeling was, and this is a dreaded feeling for most slicers, is I wanted him to feel like he was hitting it and swinging it more to the right. If I'd have started that first, so if we'd have just said swing more to the right, the way he was holding his face open to the path by a good 8-9 degrees, he would have hit it further to the right, and he would look at me like I've got two heads. But instead, we matched up the relationship between the face and the path, and then look at this. This is awesome. Much better downswing, incredibly better. And we hit it. One of the best golf shots we've hit.
Yeah, right down the middle.
Derek's next to me now, and we hit one of the best golf shots he's hit for an awful long time. Dead straight down the middle, and not just one, we hit 2 or 3 in a row. And even to that, we had a little jig at the end where Derek was happy as Larry as he's hopping and skipping away. And hopefully I've made his weekend, and hopefully guys watching this, hopefully I can help you play better golf. You can see the arm extension there as well, the crossing over the arm extension. Like I said, the reaction on Derek's face, it was unbelievable. Awesome golf shot. Very impressed with what you did. So guys, thanks very much for watching this on YouTube. If you've enjoyed the video and believe that this is a big change as I do, and kind of impressed with Derek's persistence of what he worked on today, do give it a thumbs up. Comment in the description down below. I'd love to hear what you think if you have similar issues, and this has helped you improve your slice. And if not, come and book a lesson with myself down at Trafford Golf Centre, and we can work on fixing that. Guys, thanks very much for watching. Please do also check me out on Facebook and Twitter, and do subscribe to the channel. Thanks very much, and well done today, Derek. Great session. Play well next time you play.
Thanks for it.